Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As a dentist and a mom, one of the biggest questions I get all the time is about food. Specifically, how does what our kids eat affect their teeth? So today, we're going to break it all down into simple, easy steps to help you build a truly cavity-free smile for your little ones. And this really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. It's not about making a list of forbidden foods. It's about empowering you with knowledge. It's about understanding which foods actually build strong, healthy smiles and spotting those snaky culprits so you can make some really smart, simple choices. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to start with the positive stuff, the foods that are actively building strong, resilient teeth from the inside out. This, right here, is the foundation of a great smile. So first things first, we need to know what we're trying to protect. I want you to think of tooth enamel as the armor for every single tooth. It's incredibly strong, but it's not invincible. Our main goal is to keep that armor thick and tough. So how do we build up that armor? Well, it really comes down to these three key players. Calcium is like the main building block. Phosphorus is its best buddy, helping it harden the enamel. And then you've got vitamin D, which is the super helper that makes sure your body can actually use all that great calcium. They're a team, you see, and you really need all three. And this is where dairy really becomes a superstar. Things like milk, cheese, and yogurt are just packed with that calcium and phosphorus team. And get this, they don't just build, they actually help remineralize teeth. That's just a fancy way of saying they help patch up and repair the enamel after it's been exposed to acids. Pretty cool, right? But what if dairy isn't a big thing in your house? No problem. For an amazing non-dairy source of calcium, you just have to look at leafy greens. Spinach, kale, they are fantastic for building up that protective enamel layer, a great addition to any meal. And to round out our nutrient team, we've got lean proteins. Foods like eggs, fish, and lean meats bring in that vital phosphorus, and, of course, our calcium helper, vitamin D. This just makes sure all those building blocks are working together just like they should. All right, so we've built the foundation. Now let's talk about the defense system, foods that actively protect and even clean the teeth while we're eating. I absolutely love this idea of nature's toothbrushes. It's so true. The crunchy, fibrous texture of foods like apples, carrots, and celery literally scrubs plaque off the surface of the teeth. Plus, all that chewing gets your saliva flowing, which is your mouth's own natural cleaning system. And let's not forget the unsung hero of oral health, plain old water. Seriously, don't underestimate its power. It costs nothing, has zero sugar, and does two critical jobs. It physically washes away leftover food bits, and it helps neutralize those nasty acids that lead to decay. And here is a fantastic little dental health hack for you. We already know cheese is a builder, right? Well, it's also a protector. Eating a small piece of cheese after a meal can help bring the pH level in your mouth back to a safe, neutral zone. It basically stops an acid attack in its tracks. All right, it's time to flip the coin and talk about the other side. But I don't want you to think of these as bad foods. Let's just call this our watch list. Foods and habits we just need to be a little more mindful of to protect all that great work we've done. Now, this is a really crucial piece of information. Every single time your child eats something sugary or starchy, the bacteria in their mouth create acid. And this acid attack on their tooth enamel lasts for at least 20 minutes. Think about that. That's a long time for their dental armor to be under attack. And this brings us to something that is so important. It's often not about how much sugar they eat, but how often. So, eating 6 cookies all at once, that's one 20-minute acid attack. But eating 1 cookie every hour for 6 hours, that's 6 separate acid attacks, adding up to 2 whole hours of damage. See the difference? Frequency is the real enemy here. So, here are the main things to keep on your radar. First, sticky foods like gummy candies, they cling to teeth, giving that acid a really long time to do damage. Sugary drinks are a double whammy of sugar and acid. Starchy snacks like crackers might seem innocent, but they break down into sugar right there in the mouth. And even healthy things like citrus fruits can be tough on enamel because they're so acidic. Okay, that was the watch list, but now for the best part, the solutions. And the good news is making tooth-friendly choices is actually really easy with just a few simple swaps. Let's start with what I think is the easiest and most impactful swap of all, drinks. Instead of soda, sports drinks, or even sugary juices, just stick with water or milk. Water cleans everything up, and milk builds and protects. It's such a clear win-win. What about when they're craving something sweet? Instead of those sticky fruit snacks and gummy candies that just glue themselves to teeth, reach for fresh, crunchy fruits, like a pear or an apple. It satisfies that sweet tooth and it acts as one of those awesome nature's toothbrushes. And for a savory snack, instead of starchy crackers or potato chips that just turn into sugar, try something like cheese cubes or almonds. These options are way lower in those refined carbs, and they're packed with tooth-building calcium and phosphorus. You know, building a healthy smile is about more than just the grocery list. So let's wrap up with 3 super simple but really powerful habits that can make a huge difference every single day. Here they are. Number 1, get in the habit of a quick rinse with water after meals. It just helps wash everything away. Number 2, try to limit snacking between meals to reduce the number of those acid attacks. And number 3, and this is a big one, never ever skip brushing before bed. Plaque bacteria have a party while we sleep, so cleaning them out at night is absolutely non-negotiable. And I really want this to be your final takeaway. For all of you who are serious about your family's health, remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about balance. Empowering your child with these healthy foods and habits is truly one of the best investments you can ever make in their lifelong health. So keep your children safe and their smiles bright. Go ahead and explore our channel for more explainers like this one. And if you found this helpful, please share this with any friends and family who you think might find it helpful too. Thanks so much for watching.